Hello, Monster Bound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 55 of my Skarsnik campaign. I'm currently recording live, well not live obviously because I'm currently technically live, but obviously you'll be watching a recording. But I'm currently live from the Monsters Abound cave, which I like to think is a bit like the Bat Cave, if the Bat Cave was on the top floor of a 3-bedroom new build house. So basically wasn't a cave is what I'm trying to... anyway, we've got all the mod cons here, like the Bat Cave, Bat Computer, which I'm using right now, Bat Microphone, Bat Pile of Clean Washing that I've been meaning to put away since before Christmas. It's all here. So that's useful. Also, to the untrained observer, one might think Skarsnik is currently running away. Running away from what, you might ask? Well, running away from all this. But nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, what Skarsnik is doing is he's tactically remanoeuvring back north. And then, when the time is right, when the iron is hot, when the... Then we'll counterattack. See? See just what we're doing. We're just lulling them. We're currently lulling them. They think they've got us where they want us. That's wrong. They don't. No. See? This is all about... See, this is layers within layers. Sort of... Yeah, good. So that's what we're doing. So Skarsnik's running, remanoeuvring. We might be able to save Gore. In fact, Gore has got some problems with its walls. It's got 2 breaches, which is a little bit problematic. But we should be okay, I think. We should be fine. We've got good defences there. Grimgor's up here. He's currently trying to deal with these armies down there. Azhag. Now, Azhag actually can... It looks like Leonardo, having nowhere left to run, has set up a camp on the coast here and is awaiting his fate. Oh, wait, come back, you little toe rag. Right, that was his fate. Death. Right, so that's him gone. And now Azhag can join Grimgor to try and drive off these Chaos forces. And Azhag, in fact, has got a skill point, so that's nice. What do I want to do with that? Right, you're level 36, so... I'm going to go with... Let's go for choppers. Just up his weapon damage a bit, I think, is probably sensible. No, okay, so right, okay, what we're going to do here is I'm going to attack Gesundheit. Okay, that doesn't look particularly in our favour. We're going to continue the siege. Now, Skraga is going to hop over to lend some assistance. Because if we tried to hop... I mean, his army's still a little bit beaten up. But what I thought was that... If we're laying siege, they can't intercept. That was a little bit of a concern. Okay, so that looks... I mean, it's still definitely in our favour. This looks like quite an interesting battle, so I think we should probably fight this one. Is that a good idea? I think so. And it's only Hellman. He's not exactly too much trouble. We've got quite a large garrison here, but it should be quite... Is it got walls, isn't it? And we could knock the walls down. Let's get some siege towers up. Let's do that. It'll slow us down a little bit, but I think it's the best option. Right, Wazhump. I mean, we could let's move Wazhumper down here. He can probably let's move both these guys. We can always retreat next turn, and then in fact maybe we shouldn't have moved Skraga. No, that's fine. That's okay. Right, Averheim, you are going to rebel very soon, but I don't particularly care, to be honest. I'm not that bothered. You have moved already. Who hasn't moved? Pig Kisser. Right, you can come down here because we're going to need some assistance to deal with all of these nasty marauders. And we got some research. Okay, that buffs up chariots. We've only got 1 chariot, so it's no... that buffs up rock lobbers. That might be quite nice. Spider... I don't really have so many spider rider units. Let's go for bigger goblin rock lobber. The goblins steal ideas as much as anything else. They saw the deadly catapults of the doors and knew they needed a larger stone thrower of their own. Alright, let's see what happens. I need to keep an eye on Chaos to the north, also to the south. And I need to get Azhag. I need to get Azhag over to assist Grimgor. No, it's Hegenborg Deepbrow again. Okay, so there's Archaon. And Sarthorial. So I think the Chaos Forces arrive slightly more separated rather than one big clump. Because I think Archaon and Sarthorial spawn by themselves. A non-aggression pact, but you want a crap load of money. You would be wise to offer tribute. Would I though? I kind of feel like I don't want to. Ooh. Looks like Lothern has lost a couple of provinces. I think these are the Chaos Forces that spawn to the north. My guess is that... Well, it's not Lothern, it's the Order of Lawmasters. The Order of Lawmasters, most of their armies are going to be in Naggarond. So... they probably don't have much in the way of defences in Ulthuan itself, which means they're probably going to get absolutely spanked. No, go away. Shoo. Go on. Go and annoy that's it. Go somewhere else. Go and annoy someone else. Okay, they're attacking Gorgazam, but actually that doesn't really show that they have a very good chance, so I'm probably just... do I want to... Well, no, I'm just going to resolve this one. Otherwise, I mean, it's not going to be much of a contest, is it? Let's take the cash. Uh-oh. They spotted Grimgor. But they didn't attack. Interesting. Okay, so Grimgor's ambush was foiled. Not that I'm a massive surprise. He's not... I mean, ambushing isn't really his thing. Can we... Okay, well, let's just auto-resolve that one. And eat the survivors. Can we maybe... Okay, so if I attack that, he will have 37% of his movement left. Let's do that. And then kill that. We're going to march on them. Okay, that's good. I hate fighting marauders. That's why I didn't fight them. Oh, now I could double back and... Problem is, if he catches us... Do I fancy my... Well, can we? No, we can't actually. Let's just hop to Gorgazan. Hopefully, they'll leave me alone. Gosbag has got a skill point. Let's put that in scouting. Yep, more in scouting. There we go. He's fully scouted up. And you know what, Azhag, I might not need you. I thought I would need you, but actually, mind you, there's... Well, I think Skarsnik and Grimgor can probably deal with that. So you know what? Don't worry about it. Go and deal with Zvorak. Go and do that. And Warg Backslider, you can be immortal. And you can have Earth Thing, so you don't blow yourself up. Nothing worse than an Orc Shaman blowing himself to Kingdom Come. So that's... Yeah, okay. That's... I could... I could move back... No, we can't even move back. Okay, well, let's... Right, let's set up a raiding camp for a little while. We're in no rush, to be honest. Muzrub, you can move over. That looks better. Let's auto-resolve that one. And sack. Oh, Helm of Discord is nice. Nagbad is bold. He's a butcher. That's all looking pretty good. That's also given some more cash. That'll pay for a couple of turns. Snide, you've got the Eternal Skill Point. Waz Humper, you can go over here. I've decided I don't need my agents. We can take the city by ourselves. I'm just going to give it one more turn for the other siege engine. Or siege tower, that should be fine. And that will be the end of Mannfred. I kind of feel like I need more agents down here, so let's move Pigkisser down. Armbreaker, you can move down here as well. And the reason you're going to do that is because I want you to block that army. Let's cleanse corruption as well, because no doubt they're going to spread horrible chaos, riddle us with chaos corruption. Ugh. Now, hopefully, they can go and burn down... I wonder who is laying siege to that and that. I don't think it's chaos. I don't think they've got that many armies. It'd be nice to see Vulture Mountain get sieged. Get burned down by chaos forces, but I suspect they're probably chasing me at the moment. Hoscub, can you block Archaon just for shits and giggles? No. Well, you know, just keep an eye on him. Don't let him get away. Now, considering the Empire is having so much trouble with the Wood Elves, I don't think they'll be able to stop Archaon. I think Archaon is going to just traipse through their territory without so much to buy your leave. Yep, that's pretty much how I suspect it's probably going to go. Oh, there's Sigvald. Sailing down the Reich. Fashionably late as ever. Looks like Clan Pestilence has struck back. We should be able to trade with them now, I think. That'll be nice. Hello, guys. You have energy... Right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Ripperhorn tribe. Oh, really? Come on. Come on, guys. Get your act together. I mean, I might be able to use the Chaos Invasion to my advantage. If anything, Queek might be able to as well. If Chaos destroy a lot of the undead, then that'll... I mean, Queek can move into the remains. And we're quite friendly with Queek, so that would work for us. Okay, can you block this guy? Nope, you can't. Yeah, absolutely failed. Skarsnik, you're going to stay there for a bit, and Grimgor... Yeah, I'm just... I just hate fighting marauders. I really do. We basically took no casualties there, so I'm going to slaughter the captives. Also helps a bit with our money problems, and Grimgor can go and deal with this guy as well. I mean, that's what? 5 wins for Grimgor in 2 turns? That's pretty good. Good work, Grimgor. And the Bjornlings, yeah, they came up against Grimgor and got squashed. Okay, the White Dwarf has got a fairly large army here. What's the garrison like? It's not that big. How do I feel about that? Well, they've got 2 gyro bombers, which I hate gyro bombers. What have you got? Some gobos, more... Okay, well what we're going to do is we're going to lay siege to the city. Going to get my War to come in as well. And then if Thorgrim wants to attack us, he can. Let's do that. Right, I think we should... Yeah, okay, we've got the siege towers. I think we're going to fight this one because it's going to be quite interesting. It's an undead battle, probably the last undead battle for a while. Because other than Musalon, maybe? I think they're the only vampires left in the old world. Other than, obviously, the ones in the desert, but I can't be bothered to fight them. Here we are at Gesundheit. The last holdouts of the vampire counts. Helman Gorst, the last leader they've got left. Well, I mean, Mannfred is around somewhere, but he's probably, you know, got a leg cast or something hobbling around a vampire hospital, if that's the thing, maybe. That giant is a little bit confused, but that's fine because we've got well, 2 Arachnarok spiders, 2 giants, a lot of trolls, lots of siege towers, Skraga's advancing. And, of course, Nala's army is horrendously elite. I mean, all these guys are pretty much gold chevron. And they only have to kill zombies, so this is not going to be particularly... it's not going to be a problem, really. I think we're going to be fine. And in come the gobos. Look at these goblins. 64 melee attack, 43 weapon strength, 41 melee... Jesus. I mean, this vampire does not doesn't really stand a chance, does she? More gobos just pour out. This gate isn't going to hold up for long. We do have a Banshee down here. She's doing a bit of damage. She's going to be a bit of a problem to kill. That's fine. We've got a Cursor to Bad Moon come out. It's carving its way through the tide, leaving a large pile of dead zombies there, and then sort of mooching over a unit of skeleton, the Sternsman, and a unit of skeletons, and basically continuing to do. It looks like the enemy seems to be running into them. The Sternsman is chasing the Sternsman. Jeez, how many kills did that get? No, you're not. Where 124 so far. That's a good one. That was a good Curse to Bad Moon. The gates have come down, and so far the giant's currently staring at the wall. Oh no, he's finally decided which way he's going. Good. In comes the giants and Queenie. A lot of skeletons have decided to leave the battle quite rapidly there. On the wall, we've definitely got numerical superiority as goblins continue to just pour out of the siege tower. Yeah. The wall just now a sea of gobos. The Sternsmen are having to almost walk single file to get past the goblins with their natty headgear. More Cursor to Bad Moon. That's done. I mean, that's pretty much broken the units at the gate here. Koenigstein's Stalkers still holding on, but they are crumbling. The tide crumbling as well. I think it's safe to say that we've taken the gate. Curse to Bad Moon now chasing after these crypt ghouls. It is, of course, random. It doesn't actually chase after units, but in this case, it seems to be. That despite taking the gate, they do still have a fair few units left in the city. Got some Vargheists there, some Black Knights, some Skeleton Warriors, Feasters in the Dusk. Lots of Black Knights, which we're going to have to deal with. But we've also got a lot of units still left out of the city, so we can come in now. We're going to pour goblins into the city to take out these crypt ghouls. Not that they've got much of a chance against Queenie plus a whole bunch of giants and trolls. But the Black Knights have spotted a nice squishy target. They're going to get a good charge off there. Well, no, they didn't. That was a poor charge. And we can now turn around and start fighting. The giant comes in, trolls come in, and these Black Knights are quickly going to get surrounded. And in come the Squig Hoppers. We've got 3 or 4 units of Squig Hoppers, I think, and they're going to come pouring into the city. Very quick moving units. Some Skeleton Warriors going to try and close a trap around the Squig Hoppers. But it doesn't really go to plan. And also because they're skeletons, it doesn't. I mean, they're not really going to do an awful lot of damage. They're just going to delay us a little while. Oh, they're getting reinforced. Feasters in the Dusk moving in now. And, yep, they're also getting eaten. So, basically, it's just a matter of time. They're just slowly feeding units into a grinder. We have almost... I mean, the walls have been quite difficult to take, actually. Some of these units just... not... I mean, that Banshee has killed quite a few. What's her name? Konradine von Schwarzhafen. 42 kills. Proving very difficult to take out there. Looks like she's just got a nice spot on the stairs there where she can't be surrounded, and she's just slowly hacking her way through. Banshees are a duelist, so they have a very sort of narrow area of effect attack, but they do a lot of damage in it. So Skeleton Warriors and Feasts and Dusk are going down. They're not going to last very much longer. There we go. Skeleton Warriors have crumbled. Feasters in the dusk. They're now crumbling. They're going to start losing health very rapidly. And that just leaves the rest of the units in the city centre. Some Black Knights and some Crypt Ghouls have charged some of the Night Goblins coming off the wall. However, with the Feasters in the Dusk collapsing, that does mean that the Squigs now have a nice big target to catch up with. Those Squig Hoppers flood down this little alleyway. Going to hit all of these units in the rear and the flank, and they are going to start crumbling. Very, very quickly. Down they go. The rest of the units are going to move through the upper portion of the city. So we've got another route down this way here towards the city centre, so that's where they're going to go. The Squig Hoppers and some of the units off the wall going to come. Basically, we're taking the high road. These are going to take the low road, and someone is going to get to the city centre eventually. But there are still some units to kill, so we do have some Vargeists, some Vampire Bats here, or Fell Bats, some Crypt Horrors, who with the reskin do look just terrifying. Look at them. Jeez. So Gore got Bad Axe is leading the charge, and he's also getting. Well, geez. Okay, he might need some help. Unfortunately, here comes Nala. Nala's going to get stuck in as well. The Squig Hoppers have got delayed by some Fell Bats, but the Fell Bats are going to lose that battle quite quickly. The high road, some Crypt Horrors have got into a fight with Queenie, and that's not a fight they're going to win. So they are, yeah, losing decisively. I'm not bloody surprised. And the rest of the units have thrown themselves into combat against the low road portion of our attack, and they're successfully currently holding. But that's only going to last so long, because as soon as the Crypt Horrors on the upper road have died, we're going to have a whole load of very nasty units come up right behind them. There's Helman Gorse, he's got stuck in. His army has quickly dwindled. He doesn't have much of one left. He's only got 39 units out of 2,500 that he had to start off with. And Queenie, I mean, literally salivating. Yeah, Helman basically just dies before Queenie arrives. He just goes, no, I've had enough of this, and just dies. And with that, the rest of his army very quickly start to collapse. Well, that's Helman dealt with. And oh, I could sack it. Delicious sacking it. Well, it'd be crazy not to, really. It'd be crazy not to. So we've done that. Skraga is a saviour, apparently. I guess that's, yeah, sure. Now, what I wanted to do was Grimgor. We have some banners, and I think let's have a banner of rage. Have a banner of rage. Do I want a Dog Boy Scout? Do I want a Scarecrow banner is the question. Not really. Have another banner of rage. And a Lichbone Pennant. That leaves you with a Dog Boy Scout campaign line of sight plus 10%, which I think is fine. Or do I think that's Well, yeah, no, that's have that. There we go. And then you've got 2 banners of rage, so that can basically. I just want to make all your black orcs just the most you're basically going to be the most psychotic bunch of lunatics, but in a not a goblin way, in a hard man way, hard orc way. Gozbag, you can have Dodgy Geezer to try and not get you filled with arrows every single time you... Not that the archers generally target the shamans, but that's... I mean, the only other skills he's got are blue skills, so it's not really... Just chuck them anywhere. Okay, Nagbad. Did we get... We got the sacking income from that? Yes, we did. Let's just auto-resolve that. Do I want Fort Jakov? Nah. But I do want Karak Ungor. So, with that in mind... Nope, that's using the underway. I just... If you go there, then we can get a bit of sacking income, which is nice. That'll offset our massive deficit. And you also got a skill point which you're going to put into Gobos. Morblock can get Vindictive Glare. And Evasion. And Durbok. Precise. And we can move up to assist you. Looks like Nagbad's got another skill point. You've got... Not, so let's get Nastiest Squigs. And the Nasty Skulker I think we'll get. And then Largug, you... I think you've got all the... you haven't got Night Shroud, not a spell that I've used particularly often, well, ever, to be honest. But better than nothing. So we'll grab that. Let's get the Mega Tower. That's going to increase charge bonus +1 for own armies faction-wide. And increase income from raiding, recruitment reduction. It's just all good. Although it is quite expensive to build a big tower, apparently. Right, Grimgor, you've moved. Ashag, you've moved. Skarsnik, you haven't. But I'm just going to wait to see... I mean, we could. Let's see what happens, because if you've got a hell cannon, I really don't like hell cannons.
Who needs killing?
Problem is, if I move there, I'm going to take damage from the swamp. I know Vampiric Corruption is what I'm going to take. Okay, well we won't do that then. I'm hoping he'll sack Zandrai. If he sacks Zandrai, I'm absolutely fine with that. Let's move Wazhumper up there. Let's move you over there. Okay, so there's the Wood Elf armies. If you go raiding camp, you're raiding camp already. Skraga, you've got a skill point. No, you don't have any squigs, so why did I put a skill point in Nastier Squigs? Why did I do that? Who knows? Probably made sense to me at the time. Let's go for choppers. Dodgy Geezer? Sure, why not? Just to be on the safe side. And let's give you Slippery. Hozcub. Keep an eye on Archaon, if you can just block him. You can't, that's twice you failed. Ugrok. Got the Warherd of Chaos laying siege to Salzenmund. So far, other than the forces that land on the coast of the Badlands, we haven't been targeted by the Chaos forces. Frankly, I'd like that to continue, if at all possible. Okay, and Kamal War, that should help.
Bad news. I'll poke out your eyes.
Hello, are you looking a little bit beset, Carl? You are looking... Yeah, you've got Archaon to the north, you've got Wood Elves to the south. You want a peace treaty. Peace in our age, we can but hope. You know what? I think the reason the Wood Elves probably aren't trying to kill me is because they hate you more than they hate me. So, no. Because I'm just not ready to fight the Wood Elves just yet. Maybe Chaos and the Wood Elves can punch each other for a bit. And then I can... I mean, that... If they can beat each other up, then I can come in and clean up the survivors. That sounds like the perfect Goblin strategy. It is kind of dependent on Archaon and the Wood Elves actually fighting each other.
Welcome, stranger. Start talking.
Hello, Kazarak. You love me. You love me. You hate Karak Ziflin, Bretonia, and the Empire. And you want a defensive... Yes, we'll have a defensive alliance with you. I'm not sure where Kazarak is, to be honest. Oh, I meant to see if I could get a trade agreement. Oh no, I can't trade, can I? I keep forgetting I can't trade as Greenskins. It's fine. I'm making huge amounts of cash just from raiding, sacking and fighting, so that works for me. Hello, Leonardo. You want a peace treaty? No. No. I'm going to relish killing you.
Me and the lad got some time. What do you want?
A military access, and you want... I mean, why would I need to go through your lands? You've only got 2 settlements, and they're right at the arse end of nowhere, so... No. I don't care if it's part of your great plan for you to give me military access. Oh, okay, that's 2 chaos. Okay, if we can get Grimgor down here, if they come north, we'll deal with them. Sneaky gobbos. The trouble with goblins is they are sneaky. That's true. Stabby gits. If you don't keep them in their place, they'll get ideas. Now we have a few gobbos trying to take control. The bosses will put them in their place, but not before they cause mischief. And some stuff going on there. Wait, what was that last one? Raiding. Where's raiding? Regional raiding. Okay, we've got a vampire. Vampire uprising. Okay, what is... Okay, this is Averheim. Well, we kind of do want to keep Averheim. So, Spraga. You are going to... Mannfred's there. Kill him. Right, Mannfred's dead. Let's occupy. So Mannfred's dead for good. Defeated Mannfred von Karstein. Vampire counts gone. Can we... So if we move over here, we'll be within reinforcement range of the city. So that works. Public order here is a little bit garbage. I could get a Shaman's Hovel, but that is quite expensive. Do I want a Shaman's Hovel? It will reduce the corruption. Yeah, let's get a Shaman's Hovel there. That is quite expensive, but I'll live with it. And Muzrub. Gonna lay siege. Let's get a few siege towers up because we'll need it. I want... You know what? If you could just come and reinforce us here. Can we... Ha! So I thought of the Ever Watcher. You didn't see that, did you? Didn't see old... whatever his name is. Hoscub. Sneaking up. Okay, blood up. I want... Yeah, I need to keep an eye on what Sigvold is doing. So he's coming down. He's at Marienburg. In fact, why can I see that? Is it because... Oh, because we can see all the coastline, that's why. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we could get an Uber Mega Tower. +2 charge bonus, +1 fightiness. Income from raiding. It's a lot though. Ah, I want a Mega Tower. We can always sack more cities. Skraga, you're going to get choppers, and you're going to get Deadly Blade, I think. Night Shroud. And you're going to get... Ooh. Get Scavenge instead. Makes sense. Right, Grimgor, you're coming southward. You're going to link up. I think it's easier just underway that way. There we go. So, they're laying siege over there. That's fine. Okay, we've managed to block them there. Looks like they're heading off in this direction. That works for me. Let's just have a quick look what's going on over here. Okay, so it looks like Chaos Forces have been doing some damage. Is that under siege as well? Yeah, that's under siege, so it looks like they're going to lose that. I suspect most of their armies are over here fighting. Again, it looks like that one's under siege. I'm not sure if it's by Chaos or by the Lawmasters. They lost Slaver's Point as well. Yeah, so a Chaos Force spawns here, and then one spawns down here as well, and there's one spawns in the north. Does one spawn in Lustria, or does Lustria just never get really attacked? Maybe one spawn... Oh, I haven't seen anything, so I suspect it's just a... Because there's 3 different types... Is there 3 different types or 4 different types of Chaos Army, of Chaos Faction? I can't remember. Not a big deal. Right, commandment. We actually could do with... Okay, let's actually build Averland up. Let's actually do that. Commandment available. Let's get Camp Ruckus to try and deal with that public order. Okay, did I forget to attack? I think I forgot to attack. Never mind. So it looks like we've got the White Dwarf and Thorgrim versus Ashag and his War Army. So they've got a few pieces of artillery, including an organ gun. That's not friendly. They've got a couple of gyro bombers as well. I hate those things, but otherwise it's going to be a pretty big fight, which is going to have to wait until next time because we are running out of time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.